Hey there YouTube, back with another multiplayer quick battle, yet again playing as the High Elves up against the Lizardmen. You guys know my build probably by this point, but this time I'm not using any white lions, so that's a little bit different. I do have Silver Guard here, and I was expecting some big baddies, so I brought triple archers with a metal caster. Pretty solid cav core here with silver helms and double Illyrian reavers. My double sun dragons because I just have to bring them. It's like my signature at this point. Although I don't expect much from them in this particular matchup. A star dragon would probably do quite a bit better, but nevertheless, just giving them a test here on quick battle. So of course Teclis is my lord. My opponent has brought a nice wide line here of mostly skinks. Cohort of Sotek, the Dread Saurian, not the ROR Shredder. But still down with Rev Crystal, a high Slan Priest, which is also pretty clutch in this matchup for Lizardmen because of the potential for flyers. Something to keep in mind when you're going up against factions that have access to high magic. Maybe don't bring the flyers. And a huge cav flank here with the Feral Cold Ones to kind of support the Cold One Spear Riders and the Colossodon Hunters. The Ripperdactyl Riders Regiment of Renown, which I'm not actually terribly familiar with them. So before the front lines get too engaged here, let's see what we're dealing with here. These are anti-large Ripperdactyl units. Holy cow. Obviously they have Frenzy and Toad Rage. Very cool stuff. So that's a super nice, really nice pick for my opponent there. I do drop the Plague of Rust, and of course my opponent drops Shield of the Old Ones, so that was completely wasted. Nevertheless, we are going to be focusing our fire on the Dread Saurian, because what the heck else are we going to shoot at with the archers? I do bring a unit of Silver Guard over to help support in this engagement, because the Spearmen are not going to hold for long. But I should have slid over this unit of Spearmen as well, because that opened up a huge gap in my front line. And the Dread Saurian, of course, was just able to power through anyway. Huge net going down here as we get a sick charge into these cold ones, and we're going to start dropping the hammer down with some of these breath attacks. I do drop a fire rate convocation here, just trying to see how much damage we can do, because I did not notice that some of these were feral cold ones. I thought they were all cold one riders, but it does do some solid damage, so I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, I think I routed off my unit of Illyrian Reavers there. And I did not know that these guys were anti-large, so I'm just charging my dragon straight into them. But it looks like we're shredding them up anyway, so not that great of a unit, maybe. But anyway, the Dread Saurian is down to half health at this point, but the Hand of Glory, giving it a glorious 76 melee attack, is going to be putting a smackdown on anything that comes near it. The High Mage of Metal, or rather the Mage of Metal, does get terror routed, but the flank fight seems to have gone well for me. The front line and center engagement did not. Nevertheless, I do have the balance of power though, because we were able to wipe out a lot of this cav over here. But we need to finish the job and chase all that off. So with the Illyrian Reavers routing, that's going to be a lot harder task for me. The other thing I need to do is recover my archers and get them safe, because they are all compromised at this point. Need to get these spearmen engaged. I'm not sure what the heck I was doing here. It says they're fighting something. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they're in guard mode. And that's why they didn't chase the skinks over here. But we are able to free up one or two of our archers, and the Priest of Metal comes back. I get a nice route here going, juking around the Cult of Sotek. And we got a big blob going here in the center. That Dread Saurian has been able to heal a ton from the Rev Crystal. We do get a surround on the Rev Crystal, but I think my opponent is going to drop a Tempest soon here, if I remember correctly. We're just going to do some solid work to my flyers, no doubt. And with all these units coming back here on the flanks, I don't know that this balance of power is going to remain in my favor for long. Here comes the big Tempest with both my Sun Dragons getting hit by it. Massive magical damage. We do get the net down, and since we can't move anyway, I think I still probably would have been a smart play to get them out of there. Oh no. Looks like we misclicked that breath attack, because we netted the Slan Priest, actually. We are going to get a charge into the rear of the Dread Saurian. Looks like the charges do miss, but we are able to get a terror out going here on the skinks, it looks like. Actually, they're outright shattered. We do have a nice round on the Dread Saurian. It is just going to kind of walk away because we do not have enough mass to hold it in place. Do need to get these Sun Dragons back up in the air, though, because they're taking a ton of damage. Big hit there from the Dread Saurian onto my Sun Dragon. He's routing now at this point. Hopefully we can get a heal down, maybe. And looks like my archers are coming back here on this side. Oh no. Looks like I healed the wrong Sun Dragon, or maybe I just gave up on that one. Who knows? Balance of power completely slips out of my hands at that point with the Sun Dragon routing and all my infantry being destroyed here in this big blob fight. Definitely need to get my feet back under me and look for some opportunities to maybe get a pick on either the Slan Priest or the Rev Bastiladon. But this battle is quickly getting out of hand for the High Elves here. A really, really bad fiery convocation going down there and a horrible breath attack to follow it up. I think I'm maybe feeling the pressure at this point because I have basically nothing left. A couple archers, techless, being run down by the cold ones, the feral cold ones, and the skinks. And I do free up my spearmen here with the Sun Dragon, and I'm going to turn them to intercept the units that are chasing techless. A noble sacrifice indeed. And we're going to hope to get these two out of that situation and try to get our feet back underneath us. But my opponent is still chasing down my archers. They've been completely shut down pretty much to this point. We do get a rampage though going on these feral cold ones, or the feral cold ones. Looks like my Illyrian Reavers come back yet again, or rather my Silver Helms do come back. Sun Dragon comes back. We're feeling good. All we gotta do is get our feet back under us, and this battle is gonna be a cakewalk. Just kidding, the feral, or rather the Dread Saurian is still getting healed up. Apotheosis and Rev Crystal going down to get big heals going on him. His heal cap has appeared, but he's got plenty of healing left. It's, let's see, probably about another 4k or so, or rather 10k actually. Looks like the other Sun Dragon does finally shatter, and with little hope left, we get some fast forwarding going here as we're trying to just kind of get our bearings and reform away from the Dread Saurian while we get some winds back. I do drop a net, and we're going in for the kill here. Breath attack, techless charges in. It looks like it stuns the Dread Saurian there, and does not really end up doing too much damage. Techless is probably not going to land a single hit on this thing, although it does not have much melee defense. More heals going down. It looks like Apotheosis. Wow, I can really say that word. Rev Crystal, shield the old ones going down. That's going to be pretty much probably all she wrote for being here. We're going to try to get some picks here on the flanks. But my Sun Dragon does end up getting surrounded. I do bring Techless over to try to bait some of these units off the Sun Dragon. But Techless just ends up routing. Sun Dragon follows right after him. And that's going to be it for me. So the Dread Saurian reigns supreme in this contest. So checking on my damage values really quick here. Sun Dragons did pretty solid work. Both able to pay for themselves for the most part. Silver Helms, tons of kills, paid for themselves. Illyrian Reavers, unfortunately, kind of tossed them away. Definitely need to consider using them a little more efficiently going forward. Because I bring them to chase units off. But sometimes I end up using them like they're Silver Helms, and I just need to remember that they are not going to succeed if I keep using them like that. Another thing I need to do is work on protecting my archers. These archers got absolutely slayed in this battle. All of my own doing. I slid over the Silvering Guard to support the Spearman, but I did not cover that gap that I'd created, which I also could have used my Cav to cover. But we were kind of focused on protecting the flank from this huge Cav flank. Techless, of course, didn't really do much. Let's see it. The Dread Saurian, 4,300 damage value. Absolutely disgusting. Completely stomped the yard all over my front line, back line, mid line, and my dragons. Just running the map. The Ripper Dactyls actually ended up doing some pretty solid damage here. 5k damage dealt, 1600 value. I'm not sure how much they cost, but definitely something to consider bringing as the Lizardmen if you're expecting some large units. Maybe these guys could do good into greenskins as well, with the trolls that the meta seems to be bringing with the greenskins. 1200 from the cohort of Sotek. Pretty good damage value. Otherwise, across the board, nothing really to highlight. But yeah, good game to my opponent. Awesome build. Really well played. Just a couple things for me to work on there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. And I will see you guys in the next one.